Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overflowing Glass. I hope you're having an awesome week. I am. I'm in week 2 of school, and while it's extremely challenging, it's also very rewarding. I'm learning a lot and I'm getting into the flow of things. I'm learning how to manage my time and really manage my energy. So it's been a really rewarding week. Rewarding 2 weeks. And that's actually why I was inspired to record today, was because of school. So I take a class. So for my art and humanities credit, I'm taking a dance appreciation class. I'll probably take an actual dance class for my PE, but dance appreciation. And I think that's okay. So for one, it's a very fun class. And it feels good to have this class that's a bright spot with all of my other very heavy psychological classes. I take 3 other classes that are psychology heavy. So this one is just so wonderful. So today we talked about Laban and the way we move, the way we present ourselves, the way we show up in the world. And it made me so, I don't know, it just interested me so much because it wasn't about dance techniques at all. It was about the way that we just naturally present ourselves. So there's bound and free. So free, free, bound. And this isn't just for dance. Like, this is how do you incorporate your body language? How are you naturally? Are you naturally kind of like this? Or are you naturally kind of just loosey-goosey and all over the place? You can hear my chair squeaking. I'm loosey-goosey and my chair's loosey-goosey. So for me personally, I'm usually pretty free unless I'm cold. If I'm cold, I'm bound because I don't like to be cold. But this is also going to be a really just out of the blue, really random video because I wasn't planning on recording. I'm supposed to be studying right now. But I loved this content so much that I wanted to talk about it. But please excuse my lack of makeup. I have a tummy ache and I was up all night with a tummy ache. So I'm not gonna put makeup on today or make any effort because I don't feel good. I hope you get that. Anyways, back to Laban. So are you bound or are you free? Another thing to think about is, are you direct or are you indirect? So some people are so direct, eye contact, and they never stop. And other people, they don't ever give eye contact. So there's 2 extremes. And something that we talked about was, if you're basically an indirect person, somebody who doesn't usually make eye contact, to have somebody make eye contact is very disorienting and disturbing, and it feels like they're peering into your soul. I used to be like that. I'm kind of not anymore. And then on the other hand, there's indirect. So do you never look at anybody in the eye? Are you always looking all over the place? And with your speech, do you speak directly or do you kind of beat around the bush and him and ha and maybe? So how are you with that? Are you direct or are you indirect? I personally, I'm pretty direct with my speaking. I'm not very direct with my eye contact. That's something I learned with being in customer service. I learned to say what I need to say, but then be a little less direct with my eye contact because I don't want to intimidate and I don't want to make somebody feel like I'm talking down to them or that I'm trying to intimidate them. I want them to feel comfortable. So my words will be direct, but my body language will be less direct. And it's just something I learned over time. I think naturally, I think I used to be indirect, but I'm learning to be more direct. I think I'm learning to change things a little bit based on what I want in life. We've got weight. And I'm not talking about, okay, so yeah, I'm a chunky girl. I'm not talking about that kind of weight. I'm not talking about my curves. I'm not talking about my chunk. I'm talking about how is your energy? Is your energy light? Are you bubbly? Are you just effervescent, or are you more grounded? More like lower ground energy. I don't want to say bad energy, but more heavy energy, more grounded. I am light. I'm light, I'm hyper. I used to hate being called bubbly. I used to hate being called, oh, she's so bubbly, she's so effervescent. I hated that. And now I realize it's exactly what I need to be. People need me to be light. I've been told by many people that I am their light and they need me because I am their light. And so, I don't know, it makes me feel good, like that there's nothing wrong with me, that there's this variation or this spectrum of energy level. You can have a heavier energy or a light energy and neither are bad. I've always been told that my bubbliness was bad until I learned to really embrace it. And now that I embrace it, I love it. And the more I love it, the more other people love it because they're seeing I'm just being myself. So do you have a more grounded, rooted in reality energy or a more effervescent energy? I'm just, I'm a hyper girl. And the last one is time. In general, are you fast or are you slow? I'm fast. I walk fast. I talk fast. I eat fast. I just have a lot of it. You can hear me. I have a lot of energy and I can't hold still, which to me means that I have to be fast. I have to really take off. That's tough for me because when I do my podcasts, when I do my videos, it's very hard for me to slow down. If I weren't paying attention to it, I'd be talking like this all the time and then you'd never be able to understand me. I do have a very fast energy. While other people, they have a slow energy, just kind of slow and chill. So my child, for instance, slow, and I'm fast. And my child kind of has a more heavy energy and I have a more light energy. So we do kind of butt heads at times because I'm like, da, la, la, la. And my child is just like, Mom, chill out. I'm not like, they're not depressed, they're not angry, they're not sullen. That's just the energy. I have a very happy, well-adjusted child. They're just not all over the place like I am all the time. Yeah, this whole video is all over the place. I absolutely did not even think to do this until about 30 seconds before I decided to do it. But yeah, so I learned this in dance, in my dance appreciation class. I love my amazing teacher. She's also very light energy. As soon as she starts talking, I feel like the world is wonderful. Like she is just, I love her. She just radiates love and light, and I feel her so much. I adore her. Yeah, this is the Laban, Laban, and how he describes movement and the science of movement. So how are you? What do you describe yourself as? Are you heavy or are you light? For your energy, not your body type, your energy. Are you fast? Are you slow? Direct? Indirect? Bound? Free? If you learn that kind of stuff about yourself, you can learn how to, I guess you could say, read the room. So, my child, I know that if I want to connect with my child now, I need to tone it down a bit, bring myself down. And I have that awareness, and now I have that awareness of my child that I can bring it down a bit. On the flip side, I just got hired for a job, and I was worried because in my interview, I was so upbeat and I was so excited, but it turns out that's exactly what he wanted. He wanted somebody so excited to bring all this joy, cheer, light, energy to the job. So it's a great thing to be able to just read the room. If you're in a misunderstanding with somebody, if you're in an argument with somebody, how is their energy? Are they free? Are they bound? Are they talking fast? Are they talking slow? If you change to somewhat mirror what they do, you might be able to meet more in the middle. Rather than butting heads so much, you might be able to, instead of going like this, might be able to like that and work on a solution together. And this isn't about agreeing with them. This isn't about saying, okay, well, whatever you say is right, I guess. It's not about what you say, it's about your energy. People will be more receptive to you if you understand your energy that you're putting off and you understand the energy they're putting off. So if they're just really bound in, you don't want to be in your face because they're like this. You need to back up a little bit. If they talk really slow, it's going to annoy the shit out of them if you talk fast. I know, because I'm a fast talker. I'm sorry. If you are a very direct person and somebody's being very indirect, you might feel that they're not being trustworthy or that they're flighty. So maybe try being a little, not completely direct, but maybe being a little bit more direct. Just meeting people more with what they are, with the understanding that you're not compromising yourself. You can be everything that you are, but just have awareness of what energy you bring and alter that a little bit to make your communications easier with people. I probably just confused the hell out of you. But I thought it was such this isn't something I planned. Usually I have at least somewhat of an idea of what I'm going to film. I did not. I loved this concept so much. And it all came from dance. And you can use it in the non-dance world. And I think it's so fascinating. So I apologize if I'm all over the place. I fell in love with this topic. I thought it was so amazing. And to me, it is somewhat of a way of filling your glass, because then you have awareness of yourself and awareness of other people, so that you have less conflict. Or if you do have conflict, you know how to kind of handle it a little bit. So that's all for today. And I just want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please like and subscribe. Leave comments. I love comments. I love when you DM me on Instagram. Love getting messages. I would love to get questions. I'd love to, I don't know, sometime I might do a Q&A. That'd be kind of fun. And I have some really fun stuff coming up for you. Don't forget to fill your glass all the way up so that you are overflowing with love and light, and then you are free to give to everybody else. I'll see you next week. I love you.